Hi everyone, Ann Butler here with Bella Crafts Publishing. I'm going to check and make sure that we are live on my phone so I can catch any questions in case I don't see them on my screen. And today we are doing a fun project with Mod Podge. I'm just going to put hi in here, make sure everything's working. There we go. Okay, so we're doing a fun project today with Mod Podge. And here is the wreath we're creating. It is so beautiful, and it can hang on your wall, in your office, in your craft room, in your house, on your doorway. I used outdoor Mod Podge, so it could be outside. I would do it very limited outside, because I'm not sure about all the little doodads on here because they're styrofoam. But if you had it on a door, I think it would be perfect. Hi, Isabel. I hope you're feeling better. After my live, I'm going to send you your prize that you won last week. But I hope you're feeling better, and I hope you're getting lots of rest. But this is what we're creating today. Isn't it just beautiful? So the trick to doing something really great with Mod Podge is having great napkins, great fabric, great papers, whatever you're creating with. If you have a great design, it's so easy. Hi, Karen. Oh, you're not feeling good either? Oh my goodness. I hope you feel better too. Isabel, I'm glad you're feeling better. Hi, Amy. That is adorable, isn't it? It's just so cute. And I'm alone today because Lisa is going to the beach. She goes to the beach for a month every single September. So I'll be putting in, I'm going to put that Plaid is sponsoring our live today. So make sure you like, share, and comment with the hashtag Bella Crafts to enter for the giveaway, which is some Mod Podge and some paint from Plaid. Hi, Rebecca. Yes, lucky Lisa. Yes, it is always nice to get away, and to get away to the beach is the best. But okay, oops. So this is what we're creating today. And I am going to try and put links in at the same time as doing the project. So we'll see how that works. If it doesn't work really well, we will do it. I'll come back later and do the links for everything. But I did put in that Plaid is sponsoring today's live. So if you go over and give their page a like, that would be really great. And like I said, if you like, share, and comment this video, you will be entered in for that giveaway. And you want to do hashtag Bella Crafts. And that way it automatically gets entered. And those of you on YouTube, we will put you in manually so that you have a chance to win the Plaid package also. So Karen was cleaning dust in the house and organizing. Well, I'm glad you guys are all here. I am going to, let me make an announcement real quick. Let me see. I don't know that. Okay, so I am part of Fave Crafts is a website that has a bunch of different craft projects on it. And when I was at an event in June, they sponsored one of the evenings, and they had some sponsors there that gave away some prizes, and then they wanted us to create something with what we received. And I am in a contest. There's only 10 people in the contest. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it's because of the time of year, but this is what I created. Okay, got a hair there. So this is my project for the contest. And what it is, I don't have my little tiny scissors here. Let me get the smallest scissors I have up. But this is to hold scissors and thread and needles for needle projects. So I'm going to put a link in here so you can see all of the projects that are in this contest. And if you would like to look at them and pick out your favorite and vote, you can vote once a day for the next 6 days. And it's just a contest that Fave Crafts does once a year. And this is my entry. So I think it turned out so cute. It's nice sometimes to do something not necessarily work related. And I do like needlepoint. I do this a lot in the car when we're driving on a long trip. But this is my entry. So if you guys want to go and check that out, I did put a link in there. It didn't pop up as a link on YouTube, however, but go ahead and check it out. And I'm going to switch my camera down. I'm going to try and keep track of the comments so I can answer your questions. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm going to try to answer comments as they come in. So while I'm doing this, I will try to do both. It's usually easier when Lisa is here with me, but we're going to see what happens. And there we go. So I'm just going to turn my screen a little bit, not that you guys can see I'm doing that. So this is the project I'm sharing today. This is just adorable. And on the, Rebecca said she's won before from Fave Crafts. Yes, they have great sweepstakes and they do great giveaways too. This is the project we're doing. And on the picture that I shared with all of you, I actually had the ribbon on there and the happy fall. I haven't added those yet. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make the project, and then I'm going to show you a couple different options and we'll decide what we're going to do. But this is such a fun wreath, and the wood piece is 6 inches. So if you add this in, it's about 10 inches. So it would fit nicely on a door. It's very lightweight, or it can fit in your entryway, or I think my daughter would put it, or both my daughters would put it in their office maybe. But that's what we're creating. I'm going to set that one up there out of the way. And what we're using is just a 6-inch round. And this is about 1/8 of an inch. You can buy packages of these on Amazon. I bought mine at Hobby Lobby. I bought a package of, I believe there were 6 in there. So they turn out to be like $1 a piece. So it's really economical to make this. And then this is the napkins I used. So I collect napkins. I collect napkins for all different kind of Mod Podge projects. And I love to have a good collection. And I'm actually going to be teaching some classes this fall. So I try and buy all the napkins I can find. I love this one. It has the gold thankful on there. And then this one says give thanks. So I have a bunch more, but these are the ones that I would use with this round because of the size of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your napkin and open it up and pull the layers off. Read your napkins. Most napkins are 3-ply, some are 2-ply, and you definitely want to take both of those layers off so that you have just a single ply when you're working on this project. And I like to take it off the entire napkin. Then I can just cut these 4 pieces out and use them as I want. And then I just have a pile of these saved to wipe up messes and to use. I don't throw them away. I just save them to help clean up after I'm done. So after you take this apart, I would cut one of the pumpkins out. Now on this particular napkin, and I've noticed on a lot of them, like right here, this is all the wood. It's all nice. And then over on this side of the napkin, it actually has the name of the napkin and the date. So you could use, this has 4 pieces, so you could use it on 4 of these, only if that isn't going to bother you. It's not going to bother me, but I just wanted to point it out. It is actually on 2 sides of this napkin, so you get 2 without. So it depends if that's going to bother you. Just be aware to look for that before you put it on your plaque. So here is the plaque. On the one I did over here, I wanted you guys to see, okay, let that focus in. I wanted you to see the difference. This one I actually painted white before I put the napkin on. So I painted the front and back white because I wanted you guys to see. You can paint it and you get just a little different look. And on this one, I'm not going to. I'm just going to go straight on the wood. The layer of tissue closest to the main design sometimes has a ghost image that can look good too. This is true. Let me show you, Isabel. That is a good, let me see. This was the first layer. This is the second layer. This one has a very faint, you can see the pumpkin right here. A lot of them sometimes are much brighter and you can see that ghost image better. But right here I can see there's the pumpkin. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. Maybe you can a little bit. But yeah, that would also look really cool in another project. So you want to make sure you're covering your entire piece of wood. I cut this a little bit bigger just because I wanted to see if I could center this more. Because this is 6 inches, it seems just a little off center to me, but you can decide exactly where you want to put it if you're going to put a wood saying on here. And I have just a little tiny bit of water here. And I am using the Outdoor Mod Podge. You can use regular Mod Podge. It comes in matte and glossy. I'm using the Outdoor because I think that this would be good actually hanging on my door. Not that it's really gonna, I have a screen door, so it's not gonna really be weathered, but I thought I would use the Outdoor. And Mod Podge comes in so many different varieties right now. And I am using a brush from Dynasty instead of a foam brush because the foam brushes that they make nowadays just seem to fall apart when I use them. So I'm using just a nice 1/4 inch brush from Dynasty Brush, and because Mod Podge is water-based, that's why I have the water here. I can put it in water right away and wipe it off, and it's still a good brush. So, I mean, I would use this only for Mod Podge, not for painting, but it just works up really nicely. And what you want to do is cover your entire piece of wood with Mod Podge. Now I have my lights turned off in the studio so that I don't have that glaring overhead light. And It's a little harder to see the Mod Podge, maybe for you guys. But you covered the entire piece. Just a thin layer. You don't want anything too thick. And then I'm going to stick this in the water to rinse it right away so that all of that Mod Podge is off of there, and it's not going to, because Mod Podge is a glue, you don't want it to glue your bristles together. So you just want to make sure you get that nice and clean. I'm going to cover this just so it doesn't spill. And I'll cover this too. Now that whole piece is covered, and I'm going to look at the bottom of it and just see if I can center it where I want. I have put these down before and pulled them back up, so that is possible. And wrinkles are fine, because that is kind of the beauty of decoupage. Wrinkles are totally fine. So just press that whole thing down like that. So, I mean, it looks good already, you know, but you want to protect that Mod Podge or that napkin. So we put a second layer of the Mod Podge on. And I just go around and get the whole thing covered. And, you know, if you get a big air bubble in here, I don't think I have any, but if you do, you can take a pin and just poke it and then go over it with Mod Podge, and it will lay right down. And like I said, the beauty of Mod Podge in creating this way is you kind of let go of your perfection and let those wrinkles happen, and it just adds a beautiful dimension to your project. So this you can see much better than that first layer I put on, because I'm going over the dark part of the napkin and stuff. And you just want to make sure you get the entire thing. You can give it 2 coats if you want, but it's not necessary. And when you're pulling your napkins apart, check carefully so that a little tiny hole doesn't appear. I'll show you a couple that I pulled apart, and the napkin, when it came apart, had just a tiny hole in it. So you want to make sure your napkin doesn't have tiny holes, otherwise the wood is going to show right through there. So you cover this whole thing. Make sure I get that. And you're going to let this dry. But I'm going to clean my brush real quick again. And I clean it right away just because this is a glue. And I don't want to ruin my brush, because you don't want to waste your supplies. So just clean that really good and close that. So you're going to let this totally dry. Now I have one ready. I'm going to set this one aside and let that dry. And I have this one that I did earlier, and this one is all dry. Now, if you want to speed up your drying time, you can use a heat gun, and that works well. And then I'm going to just turn it to the back and trim away the excess, and try to read Amy's comment while I'm trimming. If you love napkins, you would love a local business here called Celebrate the Home. They have so many to choose from. Oh, Amy, I wish I had a place like that here. I went, I was in Texas a couple weeks ago with my friend Julie McGuffey, and we went to so many different places. I was looking for napkins, and I found them at Hobby Lobby. I found a couple at, like the Dollar Tree, but they're the same ones that I have here. And then last week, my husband and I were someplace, and I went into a Hallmark store. I found a Hallmark store, but they didn't have any. They had just plain napkins or plaid napkins. I would love a store that was filled with napkins, because really the designs of napkins are so pretty and you can use them for so many things. So you just trim all that away right there, and you just have that all perfect. Now, originally my thought was, when I was doing this, was to take some twine and wrap around here, make a loop at the top, and a loop at the bottom with a couple beads. But I had a problem with finding a word that would look nice on here, because the original words we had were big like this. And I just thought it covered up too much of this design. I mean, with the bow and the sunflowers. So I thought if we make it a real wreath, that would be so pretty, because all the yellow and the pumpkin, or the orange and the pumpkins in here, pull the rest of that out. Oh, they have a website, Amy. I'll have to check that out. TJ Maxx. I haven't been to TJ Maxx for a while. I'll have to check them out, Isabel. Thank you. So for this, I decided to do this one with this wreath and make it a real wreath. I have a couple others I want to show you with this napkin right here, which I loved because it has the thankful right on it. And see, I think that is just beautiful like that. And then this is, okay, so this is done on the bare wood. And this one I painted white. It's from the same napkin, but the thankful is only on one part of that napkin, which is understandable. I mean, it's foiled. So then with this napkin, you get one with the thankful, and then you get three without. So I thought this was beautiful because it's right on there, and then it's almost finished. And then this one right here, this is where that would fit really nicely. And it doesn't cover up as much as it did on the darker one. So I got these. Okay, so it came in a package of 6. Thankful, blessed, I love that one, and grateful. And I got these 2 of each design at Hobby Lobby in a package of 6. And then I got these ones at just the Dollar Tree, and they're just a bit smaller, but they fit really nicely on there. Whereas with this one, it kind of covers part of it up, although it doesn't look so bad. So it's just depending upon what you like. See, I think it covers up too much of that there, but on this one, it looks good. So check out if you have a Hobby Lobby by you or a Dollar Tree, that's where I got these. So just a variety of napkins. You can do whatever you want. But to finish this one off, okay, so what I decided to do, you have to open this all up. I have to plug my glue gun in here real quick. So you open this all up and arrange it how you want. And you're going to add this right into the center. And you can just kind of pull this around and move it exactly where you want it. It takes a little bit of maneuvering to get it exactly where you want it. And these wreaths, they're just wires, so they move pretty easily. And it would stick like that, and there wouldn't be a problem. Is that floral spray? Yes, it's one piece, Rebecca. It all came together. So you can take it apart to have little tiny sprigs. Like you could take this off to have just a piece of it. But this came all together like this, which is why I thought it was perfect to finish off this wreath. Now, once you get that situated the way you want, I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to show you. Okay, let me re-put this in here. Each wreath is just a little bit different. Put that in like that. And then I took some twine and I looked where my top was. So my top is right here. And I took about 6 inches extra and I added glue to the wood. It's not hot enough yet, but I added glue to the wood and just a little bit to the wreath part, and I attached it so it would maybe kind of hold them together. And I went around twice. So I went around twice, and up where I started it, I left it loose, so that could be my hanger. So I took the 6 inches and I came around here to do the second, and I came around the second here. And that way I had a hanger to hang this. Fiddling with the shape. Yes, that takes just a little bit of doing, but I add this twine on the back to help keep it all together so it doesn't fall apart. And then I wasn't sure, so I did a plaid bow and I did a black bow because I thought if I gave it a little dimension, I would like that. But I wasn't sure. I think I kind of like the black bow better because the plaid still shows through. This is a sheer organza, and it just kind of shows through that way. What do you guys think? Where did I find the wreath? I found this wreath at Hobby Lobby, and I bought all that they had because there were only 6 of them, and I knew I need a few to do this project. And then I wanted to make some for gifts. Lori, you like the smaller blessed. I know. See, there's so many to choose from, and they come in packages, so it's great to have a good variety. So Rebecca likes the black too. So I did this bow. Let me see if my glue gun is heated yet. Yep. And I'm just going to add just a titch right where that bow is together, so it's still dimensional. I'm going to put it in the center there. And that way it just gives it just a little dimension. And then I also got a package of these Happy Fall. And these I got at Hobby Lobby. It came with 8 of them. It had 4 that were wood tone and 4 that were orange. And then I took and I painted one green because I wasn't sure. At first, when I was doing it, I thought, well, I could put that right up there. And I like it. But you could also take and put it off to the side. And if you glue it just on the wreath here, it's okay. It's dimensional. What do you guys think? And do you like the wood, the green? I thought the green would help pop out the leaves a little bit. I'm not so sure about it. Or the orange. See, I didn't like the orange when it was down against here because I didn't think you could see it well enough. But if you put it right up here, it kind of makes it pop. And you could even take one of these sprigs and put it through the sprig and then glue it down, and that would help hold it in place even more. So there's lots of choices. And then again, I come back to the beautiful like that, the blessed, which, you know, it just really, it's too bad it covers up so much of that flower, but you could put way up there. But I think I'll go with this one. So I'm going to, Isabel thinks I should too. Yes, Lori does too. Yeah, everybody likes the natural wood best. I do too. So I'm going to put it off to the side there. And then I'm just going to add just a little bit of glue right on this wreath part to catch those letters. And press. That way you have the dimension and it just kind of pops. Isn't that cute? I love it. Let me, yep, goes right like that. Okay, so I'm gonna switch my camera back. Sandy, you love it too? Yay, I'm glad. I didn't want to add those until I was live so that you guys could help me decide. But isn't it pretty? Yes, it is beautiful, Rebecca. I mean, just so cute and so easy. Oops. You know, the camera on this thing is opposite of what you guys are seeing. So every time I do something, I have to turn it twice. But I love how it turned out. And very easy and economical. You can make a bunch of them. I mean, the wood circles come in a package of 6. So you can make several for friends. They make great gifts, great home housewarming gifts. Yeah, they're just so pretty. I want you to remind you guys to like, share, and comment this video to win the prize package from Plaid. And we're going to announce 2 prizes next week. So we're going to announce the artistry giveaway next week because Lisa usually takes care of that, and I didn't get a name from her. So we will announce that one next week, and we will announce the one for the Plaid giveaway next week too. So like, share, and comment like Lori did with #BellaCrafts. And then we can find all of those and they go into the randomizer and then we draw a name from there. A really great project. Thank you for sharing. You could do these the same in different festivals and seasons. Yes, you could. I mean, it would be so cute for Christmas, you know. I mean, just to give your home decor just a tiny bit of change, and they're easy to do and they're quick. The longest part, honestly, is pulling apart the napkin sometime. I pre-pulled the corner of this one because I remember last time I was doing it, it took me forever on a live to pull those layers apart. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is so sad. That is the hardest part. And then waiting for the Mod Podge to dry. But otherwise, this is a quick and easy project. And yeah. So I think it's so cute. And I'm glad you guys liked it. I would love to see what you guys are creating for fall. Make sure you post something in our Do You Love to Craft group. I will put the link in here right now for those of you who haven't joined. I know that Rebecca put a couple things in this past week, and it's just nice to see what everybody's working on, because we like to share all our ideas. So until next time, we will be back next week. What size circle, Rebecca? It was a 6-inch circle. Although if you could find a 5-inch circle, that would, because the napkins, I believe, are, let me measure them. Most of the napkins I found, I think, are 6 inches or just under. Okay, they're about 6.5 inches, but the circle is 6 inches. So if you can find something that is just this, the circle has to be a little bigger than 6 inches. This is 6.5. If you could find a 6-inch circle, you would for sure get 4 out of every napkin. So, hi Penny. This is what we created today. Whoops. So, whoops. Make sure you watch the replay if you missed it. But these are 6.5 inches. I thought they were 6. So a 6-inch would fit so much better. But I also bought, let me see if I can find it. I bought these on Amazon. These are 6 inches. So I bought some squares because I thought the squares would look really nice too. You know, then you get the whole design. So 6 inches would be ideal. Those were 6.5. But we will see you next week. I will look through and see if I missed any comments, and I'll answer them this afternoon. And Isabel, I will send you your ebooks right now. Okay? Wait, I just found some rooster napkins I bought years ago in fall colors, so I'll have to try this. I needed a reason to go to Hobby Lobby. Yes, I never need a reason, although the closest Hobby Lobby to me is like an hour and 15 minutes. So, yeah, I always have to plan if I'm actually going to go. I would love to see those rooster napkins, yes. So until next time, take some time to be creative because we know it's good for your soul. See you next week, guys.